Well, it is KROQ. It's night number 1 of the Almost Acoustic Christmas here at the Forum. Giannis from Foals is next to me. You played. How was it, man?
It was awesome. It was really great. It was good to be like on this. Is like the bill's amazing. So we're just here with a lot of amazing bands, and it's like great that KROQ have been playing the songs and stuff. So it was dope.
What I am excited about for your band is when you're 4 records in, you're bigger than you were on the 3rd record. The band is bigger than the 2nd. Some bands at the 4th are like, yeah, I'm not interested anymore. But the excitement for Foals is like, it gets bigger and bigger by the month from my vantage point. What do you think about that?
I think that's true generally. I think that's definitely true in the States. You know, it's like, I think that as a UK band, this is common with a lot of UK bands, you know, that they gain notoriety or like hype in the UK, and then it's like a different process in the States. So it's just exciting for us to feel like we're just only beginning out here, like the best is yet to come, the way that I see it out here.
I 100% agree with you. What Went Down, which is your latest album, from everything I read about and see you interviewed, it seems like that was just, although rewarding, damn tough to make emotionally. Yes or no on that?
Yeah, it was. I think that all good records should be they shouldn't be easy to make. That's the thing, and it definitely wasn't that. But we kind of helped out we were in the south of France in this pretty luxurious studio with like swimming pool, 22 bedrooms. So even though emotionally and like personally it was, there was challenges, we were in like this setting that kind of made it all okay.
And how is it that it's, I've met bands over the years, when they're 4 albums in, they've had success, they're like, yeah, let's put out another one. But there is no slacking in your world at all. It's like playing with a chip on your shoulder. We cannot slack. We have to bust our asses to do well.
Yeah, I think that, and we don't maybe even think about it consciously like that, but just like the way that we work is that we're just always craving the next thing. And it's not even like necessarily like an ambition or success thing, but we just want to always expand and try and write better and better music.
A band like Kings of Leon, and I believe the Strokes as well, American bands, did great in the UK, and then it went this way. But you guys in the UK, great, and now it's building in the States. What is the difference between people listening to music there and here? Because I have a lot of friends on Twitter that I've met online. It's like, oh, I feel like we're the same kind of people. But what is the big difference? Why is it can be more difficult or easier depending on where you're at?
I think that it's very different. I think that there are a lot of similarities between the States and the UK, obviously. But, you know, musically, I think geographically is one thing, that the States is just so vast that in the UK, you know, you can cover a lot of ground quite quickly. I also think culturally it's kind of different, like, you know, in terms of like musical influences and musical cultures in the UK, there's a different vibe, you know, and it's hard to like explain or to talk about in a couple of minutes, but like there are definite differences that I think mean that the US is like a new challenge for us that's like very different from what we've come from. We've come from a British underground band kind of tradition, so this is kind of all new to us, this world, which is cool.
Definitely. I'm curious, well, who are some of the bands that shaped your musical taste, and have they changed over the years?
The bands that I kind of grew up listening to actually were a lot of US bands, like bands like At the Drive-In, Fugazi, Sonic Youth, Nirvana. That was the kind of stuff that and the Pixies that I grew up being into. I wasn't as into a lot of UK stuff, like, in a way. I was always looking at the States. But I think that, but actually the longer that we go on, I've realized that we are a product of like the British type of guitar band, in a way that I wasn't even aware of, because I just thought, you know, this is what's going on in America, but in reality, I realize as the longer we go on that we're very much a product of the UK, you know.
How did you find the American bands? Was it radio? Was it internet? Was it searching? Like, how did you come about those bands?
It was through being bored. But it was through like basically not wanting to be part of the UK gang. Like right. When I was at high school, everyone was like talking about, you know, the Smiths and the Libertines and like stuff like that, and I was just, or like Blur or whatever. And I like a lot of those bands now, but at the time I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go and listen to Sonic Youth and like be into that.
And let's talk off music for a minute. We geeked out enough on that. Are you a Star Wars guy?
Yeah, I am, to an extent. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so when the first one came out, I don't think you existed on the planet.
No, and I'm into those original 3. I'm a massive fan of. Obviously, like a lot of people, I thought that the follow-ups were a letdown, and I'm super excited for J.J. Abrams' new one to come out, particularly also because it's not relying so much on CGI. Like, I think that's the big clincher, you know?
Right, I'm excited to see the older actors in this, but I want to see what's going on with all these new actors. Like, what is their role? What the hell is happening in this?
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
really
awesome.
excited to see it. Totally awesome. What is the best Christmas present you ever received?
Ever?
Yes.
I got a gerbil off my brother.
Didn't that gerbil die, though?
How do you know about that?
I know things,
so you
man.
saw that? Yeah.
That gerbil, I can't believe you just said of all things. I'm so sorry about your gerbil
That's all
passing
right.
away.
I mean, I was like 9. I mean, I've had time to get over it, like 21 years.
Right.
I'm almost there.
Okay.
The grieving process is over.
What was your gerbil's name?
Rumpelstiltskin.
And what was your brother's gerbil's name?
Jordan, after Michael Jordan.
You should have been living in L.A., man, growing up.
I know. Well, I know. Yeah, we were like me. Also, yeah, me and my brother were super into the NBA growing up, and no one else in where we grew up in the UK was into that thing. So.
Okay, so we are in the Forum right now.
Yeah.
This is where the Miracle on Manchester happened for the LA Kings hockey, and this is where the LA Lakers used to play before they moved to Staples Center. This is where Showtime was with Magic Johnson and all those teams.
Yeah.
So this is a legendary building we're in right now.
Yeah, and you can feel it. Like I've been walking back and forth through the corridor to go out and get a bit of fresh air. And like I've seen all the list of bands that have played in. It's insane,
kind of, right?
Yeah, man, it's an honor to play here.
Man, you're such a good dude with so much talent. You're Giannis Foals, thanks for playing the show. I know it's
Pleasure.
Many people think, oh, the band just rolls in and plays. It is a damn lot of work that you have to do. So thank you so much
That's
for
a
doing
pleasure.
it, man.
Thanks for having us.
Congrats on everything, and thanks
Cheers,
for
man.
being here.
Thanks, Stryker.
All right, Foals,
Respect.
everybody, and I'm Stryker at Almost Acoustic Christmas, night number 1.